This is our Valentine's Day practice, and it's sort of a roundabout way to Valentine's Day, and I will explain as we go. If you have a blanket, I'd like you to take it and open it up so it's a nice wide rectangle, and you're gonna roll it. And if you don't have a blanket, you use a towel and make like a big long like taquito, okay? And you're gonna lay it across your mat and lie back on it so it hits you at the bottom tips of your shoulder blades. Your arms will easily rest above the blanket roll, and the rest of your body will be below the blanket roll. So the blanket is essentially creating what I call shoulder loop, where the heads of the arm bones move toward the posterior plane of the body, toward the back of the body. The bottom tips of the shoulder blades pull down slightly, and the bottom tips of the shoulder blades press forward toward the heart. Then the chest expands, and the loop continues. Arm bones back, bottom tips of the shoulder blades slightly down and pressing forward, chest open. So you can feel like this is already a little bit of a back bend. It's a little bit of a heart opener. I was very late to the game in seeing the movie Wonder Woman, but I absolutely loved it. And don't worry, if you didn't love that movie, you'll still benefit from this practice. But there were really two themes that resonated with me from the movie. And one was embrace your own power. You don't know how powerful you are. And love conquers all. And the love that we're talking about, and when I say love conquers all, is like in Sanskrit, there's a word for it, and it's Prema, and it means divine love. So it's not romantic love, it's the most profound, pure sense of love that one could ever experience. And in the movie, and I won't give anything away, but she makes this like incredible decision to save someone's life in the end of this movie, and this person was really, really bad. And she makes this beautiful choice from a place of love, and it's wild and totally unexpected. At least I thought it was unexpected. And it's a really beautiful example. So I know everyone, like a lot of people hate Valentine's Day. Bend both of your knees, put your feet on the ground. Bring your fingertips behind your head with your elbows nice and wide. But even if you hate the Hallmark holiday that is Valentine's Day, it is a day that is about love. And I'm not talking romantic love. I am talking about the deepest, most profound love. And I believe it was embodied very beautifully by Wonder Woman. Keeping your elbows wide, heart open, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, you're gonna lift your head and shoulders up. You're not gonna curl your chin to your chest like a traditional sit-up. I want you to keep the love flowing, keep the heart open, and slowly lower back down. Now, you should immediately feel this in your upper abdominal wall. Take a deep breath in, exhale, curl up, but keep the heart open. Lower back down. And keep going. Inhale to lower, exhale to curl up. Now, the purpose here is that we understand that the core and the waist moving back is essential to support the shoulder blades looping into the back of the heart. So in order to find this deep heart opening, which is usually the physical expression of love, we have to find a ton of power, which is why it's so perfect that Wonder Woman's our theme, because she embraces her own power, she finds her own strength, and then she makes all these amazing decisions from this place of love. Oh, it's such a good movie. Keep going, at least 5 more. And let the breath guide you. So the inhale takes you down, the exhale takes you up. And you're gonna really have to challenge yourself to keep the elbows nice and wide and keep the heart open. If the blanket roll is too intense, all you do is make it not as thick, and it will make this less intense. So feel free to pause, roll off, and re-roll. And my guess is you're probably about at 1 more, so let's do 1 more together. And then come lying down onto your back. Roll to your side. It'll kind of actually like a nice little fascial massage on the right rib cage. And then, you know what, let's do the same thing to the other side. So roll onto your back and roll onto the other side, so you'll give yourself a little fascial release on the opposite side, probably the left side. And then just stay here on the left side and come all the way up. And you're gonna take your blanket roll and unroll it, and then fold it one time in half so it's more a rectangular shape, and place it on about like the third quarter of your mat, so just behind the halfway mark. And then come standing on your knees on the blanket roll. And you'll face the other way, Tina, so you have more space in front of you. You'll face the front of your mat. Stretch your arms straight out in front of you and plug the arm bones into your shoulder sockets. And we're gonna take picture frame arms. For those of you who don't know this, you're gonna cross your right forearm in front of your left. Bony part of your elbow as close to the center of the palm as you can. And the dynamic here is what's important. You're pushing your elbows out and your hands in. Lift up through your chest. Now, since we started with a little bit of core work, just remind your belly to engage. Take a full inhale and a full exhale. We want to remember that love is a powerful thing. Step your right foot forward for Anjaneyasana. Nice and tricky balance transition. Get there however you can. Bend deeply into your front knee. Root your back knee down and drag it forward. Lift through your chest and slowly extend your arms up for the full form of Anjaneyasana. Take a big inhale and a full exhale. One more deep breath in and a full breath out. Lower your hands down to frame your front foot. Just tuck your back toes into the mat. Lift your back knee up. We're in a lunge. Take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, slowly straighten your right leg. Inhale, bend the right knee. Look forward, lengthen through the sternum. Exhale, straighten your right leg. And one more time. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Plant your hands and step back to plank pose, and you'll just try to clear your blanket as you do it. Take a full inhale and a full exhale. Let's take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, just a suggestion of chaturanga. Bend your elbows 1 or 2 inches. Inhale, back up. Beautiful. Exhale, 1 or 2 inches. Inhale, back up. Last one, 1 or 2 inches. Back up, downward facing dog. Lift your hips. Big breath in. Exhale, bend your knees and come to stand on the blanket. Stretch your arms straight out in front of you, meaning standing on your knees on the blanket. Plug the arm bones in, cross left arm in front of right arm. As compact and tight as you can. Yes, I know. Push your elbows out, hands in. Your shoulder blades are gonna shrug up your back. That's totally okay for this one. Big inhale, full exhale. Use your breath. Open it up from the inside out. Inhale and exhale. And what we're highlighting is the heart center area, this big, sort of the love center of the body. Take one more deep breath in. As you exhale, step the left foot forward for an Anjaneyasana, but holding picture frame arms. Bend deeply into the front knee. It might go forward of your ankle, but root your back knee down and isometrically pull it forward. So you keep lifting the top of the right thigh up, lift the front of the left hip points up, and then slowly release the hands from the elbows and extend them over your head. Take a nice big breath in. Stay as you breathe out and engage your belly even more. Nice, Tina. Big breath in, lift and stretch. As you exhale, hands to frame the front foot. Lift your back knee up. Just get situated here. Lengthen through the spine. Keep your inner right thigh lifted. Take a full inhale. Exhale, straighten your left leg. Again, inhale, bend, look forward, open the chest. Exhale, straighten your left leg. Last one, inhale, bend. Exhale and straighten. Inhale, bend. Good. Plant your hands and step back to plank, trying to clear the blanket as you go. Take a full inhale. Lift through your waist, belly strong. Bend your elbows, keep your collarbones broad. Inhale, back up, just 2 inches. Exhale, bend with the collarbones broad. Inhale, back up. So squeeze your elbows in as you bend your elbows. That'll help broaden across the chest. Back up, downward facing dog. Breathe. And now walk your hands back to the front edge of the blanket and just fold the blanket one time and put it off to the side of your mat. Walk yourself back forward into downward facing dog. Let's do the left side first here. So inhale and lift the left leg up. Exhale your left foot forward in between your hands for warrior two. Spin your back heel flat and rise up. Squeeze your legs together a ton. And so part of this we understand now is about connecting to power. It's a powerful place to be loving. So we're going to squeeze the legs together so much that the legs straighten all the way. And then stretch your arms up over your head. Make little fists with your hands so you're really compact. And then crisscross your wrists like Wonder Woman. Yes, that's like our Wonder Woman position. Now bend back into the left knee, extend the arms. You're in warrior two. We're going to do that 2 more times. So inhale, straighten your left leg, crisscross your wrists. Wonder Woman, super, super powerful. Keep the hugging in as you extend your arms and bend your left knee. 1 more time. Inhale, straighten the leg, crisscrossed arms, hug, 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 and then extend and bend. Beautiful. Now keep your arms extended, straighten your left leg. Trikonasana, triangle pose, and you might need a block outside of your foot. You might be fine to touch the floor. I would use a block if you have to hold your shin. Keep squeezing your legs together. The more you root down from your right hip to your right heel, the more you can lengthen through the left side of your waist. And now Utthita variation, so extend your right arm over your head. Start to spin your heart up toward the ceiling. From your pelvis, extend out in all directions. Take a deep breath in. Exhale both hands to the ground and step back to plank pose. Remember when you were on the little taquito roll. Belly lifted, heart open. And now bend your elbows all the way down to chaturanga, so shoulders come to elbow height. Take a nice slow and low cobra pose. Pelvis down, heart lifts, and breathe deeply. Can you press your feet down more and root your tailbone down more so the belly actually contracts slightly as the heart opens? And back to downward facing dog. Take a nice big breath in and a full breath out. Deep breath in and a full breath out. Lift the right leg up. Exhale the right foot forward. Back heel flat. Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2. Beautiful. Straighten your right leg, arms up, Wonder Woman. Exhale, bend and extend. Inhale, straighten, crisscross, hug in. Exhale, bend. 1 more time. Straighten. Really push your arms in. Yep. And bend. Keep your arms extended. Straighten your right leg for Trikonasana. Keep pressing down through the base of the right big toe and drawing the top of the right thigh back. And then as you extend the left arm over your head, can you root down into your left heel more and lengthen through the right side of the waist more? And then lean back a bit. Open up through your chest. Take 1 more big breath in. Exhale, both hands down. Step back to plank. Lower forward and down to chaturanga. And feel free to come into cobra or a full upward facing dog. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Bend your knees, look forward. Step or hop your feet to your hands. Lengthen and forward fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Stretch the arms up, maybe look up. Exhale your hands to your heart. Inhale and stretch up. Exhale, forward fold. Lengthen on the inhale. Plant your hands and step back or hop back to chaturanga. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale into your back bend. Exhale back to downward facing dog. And let's just move. So take a deep breath in. Bottom of the exhale, step, or right away hop, feet to hands. Lengthen, forward fold. Inhale, rise, arms up. And right away forward fold back over your legs. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, step, step, or hop back. Take your time. Inhale into your back bend and back to downward facing dog. One more time. Bend your knees, look forward. Step or hop, feet to hands. Lengthen, forward fold. Rise to stand. If this is too fast, pause and just do one more on your own. Forward fold over your legs. Lengthen on the inhale. Plant your hands and step, step, or hop back. Your exhale is your chaturanga. Inhale is your back bend and back to downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale and a full exhale. Lower your knees to the floor. You should be okay here without padding. And then lower your forearms down onto the floor. So you might need to adjust and move your knees back a little bit. So you have your whole forearm on the ground. And then, you know what? Let's go ahead and grab our block for this one. We'll put the block in between the thumb and index finger. All of the fingers are flat to the floor. It's just that the block is nuzzled in between the thumb and the index finger. And just for a moment, I want you to cat tilt your spine. So round your back and engage your belly. That's like when we were doing those taquito sit-ups. So keep the waist back. That's your power. That's embracing your power and remembering how powerful you are. And then melt your heart. Move your sternum forward and down and hug your shoulder blades onto your back and get soft in the heart. Be open. And that these are actually vital for one another's existence, that it's a powerful position to be open-hearted. Lift your knees up off the floor if you can and come into dolphin, which is down dog on your forearms. Now, you might come up into this and that might be it. You might have to come out of it. Great. Come up in and out of it as many times as you need. Keep looking slightly forward and melt the heart. This is a really powerful pose, so it can kind of contract us. I needed to be a little softer through the upper back. Move the sternum forward and down. Stay open in the heart. Take a deep breath in. And then a full breath out and rest. Come onto your knees. You can press your hips to your heels and rest in child's pose. So next is either going to be doing that again, lifting one leg at a time, or just doing that again, or staying in child's pose, or maybe working against the wall for a pincha mayurasana, feather of a peacock pose. So we are going to do it together here on the mat, but if you are moving to the wall right now, you'll move your mat against the wall, and you'll make sure that your block is flush up against the wall if you're going to be working at the wall. So pause, get set up, and then come back and join us. We'll come forward onto forearms again. Round your back for cat. Melt the heart. Keep your belly lifted and come into your dolphin pose. Walk your feet in and please just lift one leg up. Now, what I want you to find is that from the heart, you can extend all the way out through the leg. And maybe you lower that leg down and switch sides. Lift the other leg up. Extend fully through the leg. And then lower it down. Take a rest. Or you're going to use that to kick up into pincha mayurasana. So stepping one foot in a little bit closer and then extending through the leg as you hop up. Now, you guys who are against the wall, you might want to bend your knees and put your feet on the wall. And Tina can demo that. Bend your knees, Tina. And you'll just use your feet against the wall to move your tailbone up toward the ceiling and then re-extend through your legs. And keep trying to press up through your heels. Really push up through your heels. Melt the heart, lift through your heels. You can see how much that lifted through Tina. And then slowly lower down one leg at a time, right to child's pose. Everyone right to child's pose. Big breath in. Full breath out. And if you want to work that a little bit more, you are welcome to pause and just keep playing with that work or rewind and keep working it. We're going to bring our blanket back onto the mat and place it in the same way we did for that second variation. So the folded rectangle just at the third quarter of the mat. Right foot forward, left leg back, left knee on the blanket. And just take a few breaths here in this low lunge. Nice, and then just heel toe your right foot a little bit to the right, just a little wider, and reach back with your right hand to grab your left foot for a thigh stretch. Pull your heel to your butt, move your butt back toward your heel, open up through the chest. One more really big breath in. Exhale, release the left foot, and just switch sides. So slide the right knee back onto the blanket, the left foot forward, and reach back. Heel toe your left foot a little bit wider. And then go ahead, reach back with your left hand and grab your right foot. Take one more really big breath in and slowly release your leg. And then come onto your hands and knees, scoot your knees forward of the blanket. And if your hip bones are really sensitive, you would use this, and we'll do it for you, Tina, even though this mat is pretty thick. Walk your knees back, and then the blanket will come right down, right in the middle, and you'll lie down on your belly. This is a pose called Brigid's Cross. It's a kind of a strange name for the pose. You're gonna take your arms out wide like you're a big letter T. Take your hands just a little bit higher than your shoulders, meaning they're a little bit closer to your ears than they are to your pelvis. And Tina's demoing it beautifully. She's pressing her hands down so that the heads of the arm bones are lifting. There's space right now between the shoulder and the floor. I want you to keep that energetically, even though your shoulder and the floor are probably gonna touch when we go into the actual pose. So you're pushing your hand down a ton. Don't lose that. So the arm bone is moving back into the shoulder socket. As you roll to the right side, then you'll step your left foot behind your right knee. It's amazing opening for the front of the right shoulder. Ooh, good crack. And you can see Tina's neck is on a pretty big angle, so if you wanted to, you could slide a block underneath the side of your head for this one. And just breathe into that. Don't lose the power of pressing your hands down to draw your shoulder back. Keep breathing deeply. Longer hold here. We want to unwind it. Unwind the work in the shoulders. And you can feel it's a really big heart opener. So we're opening the pectoralis major muscles in the front of the chest. And minor, too. You want to make sure you're not overarching your low back. There is a little bit of that tone from the taquito work from the first pose. Inhale onto your belly. Extend both arms. Make sure your left hand is really pushing down, head of the left arm lifting, and then roll to your left side. You like it with the block, or? Yeah, it's nice, yeah. And then you have your little kickstand, and you can use your right foot against the ground to really lengthen your tailbone forward, and that'll help if you feel wonky at all in your low back. That'll really help. It's this idea of like self-love. It's really in the zeitgeist right now. It's self-care and all of these things, and it's really important because it's like, it's like being on the airplane. They say you got to put your mask on first before you can help anyone else, and it's like there's no way you can receive love if you can't give it. So we gotta connect with the power. We gotta find this sense of prema, this true, profound love. It's in everyone. Everyone's capable of it. Even the people we don't really like very much, they're capable of it too. I hate to break it to myself and everybody else. Come onto your belly, and really nice and easy. Let all this feel really good. You're gonna press onto your hands and knees, and maybe you take your blanket with you today, and you just it comes right underneath your knees. We're gonna take a child's pose twist. So I do this more from hands and knees. So come up onto hands and knees. Most people call it a child's pose twist. You're gonna lift your right arm out and up to the right, so out to the side and up to the right, and turn your gaze to the right, open the whole front of your chest. Should feel familiar from the last posture. And then you're gonna thread your right arm behind your left wrist and just thread it through and twist here. Really should feel really good, should not feel like a big challenge. You can shift your hips back slightly. Tina's doing a great thing, which is taking the left fingertips right above the crown of the head, and that'll help leverage you deeper into the twist. Inhale, get expansive and lengthen. Exhale, and you twist a little bit more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, come back onto hands and knees. Lift the left arm out to the left and up. Open the front of the shoulder and then thread it through. Breathe as deeply as you can. Keep tacking the right hip back, and it kind of hugs into the left hip as you wrap the left rib cage to the right. So it's almost like the pelvis moves to the left while the rib cage moves to the right. And then inhale onto your hands and knees, and I'm gonna have you an option for Shavasana. So you're gonna come lying down onto your back, but you could use the blanket and just give yourself a little bit of that taquito roll. So maybe not quite as much as you did in the beginning of the practice. You can just roll it. You can open it and roll it. It'll be less of a roll. If it's a thick roll, you'll just do like a half roll and let it hit you at the bottom tips of your shoulder blades. Is that okay for you? Rest your arms, either in a cactus shape, or you can have them straight out in like a T shape or in a soft V angled down like a regular Shavasana, and allow your legs to be heavy and rest. Even as you breathe here and the breath is soft and subtle, it's not the intense ujjayi breathing, that deep yogic breath we normally take. It's not supposed to be at this point in the practice. But the breath is still moving in and out of you. And you can feel as you inhale that the breath travels in through the nose, down through the back of the throat, into your chest, past the very center of your sternum, which is the heart center, and down further, all the way down, as deep as it goes in your body right now. And then it travels back up through that same pathway. So that every time we breathe, we have an opportunity to remember our essence and all that it embodies. To remember this idea of profound prema, of love. And that in order for us to call in all of our power, being loving and open is part of that. Take a deep breath in. And a full breath out. Bend your knees and reach your arms over your head. Roll to your side. Pause. And very slowly press up to a comfortable seated position. Bring your palms together in front of your heart. Take a deep breath in. Bow your head to your heart, your powerful and loving heart. Namaste.